Good morning. Good morning and welcome to another episode of Harness News Update. I'm your host, Trey Colbeck. Very special episode, as you've probably seen on social media, that if you like and share the actual post of today's show, you have a chance to win one of 5 tickets for the, what is it called here? I'm blanking on it. The Tab Slot Sweepstakes. I think $100 value. You can win up to $50,000. For full details, check out Harness Link's post on either Facebook or Twitter. You have to either like or share this show on Facebook or Twitter, whichever you're watching on, or X, I guess you call it. And you have to be liking Harness Link on that platform as well to have a chance to win. The contest closes tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, make sure you have from now till then to like and share this show, this specific episode, to have a chance for that. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, make sure you do it, because if I don't know who else is going to get the tickets then. If you guys don't want them, we'll have to give them out somewhere else. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And yeah, we got tons of stuff to go over today, like usual. We're going to recap all the action from the weekend: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There was some stake action at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The New Holland Series, the Borgata, and the Blue Chip Series continue at Yonkers, and tons of more racing. We're getting into the good time of the year now where tracks are going. There was one cancellation. Century Downs was canceled. Some other tracks might were canceled too. But yeah, tons to go over. And we're here live on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. And that's evident from our contest, because that's a New Zealand contest, but you can win it from anywhere in the world. I have a ticket too as well, so everyone has a chance to win. And we're also sponsored by HarnessBid, because HarnessBid is a game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. Provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customers, with 0% commission on any horse sold. So you don't have to worry about those hefty commission fees eating into your profits, or those hefty commission fees eating into adding to the price of a horse. So for more information and to get started, visit harnessbid.com. And like always, we thank our friends at the USTA. Without them, none of this would be possible. And yeah, also this week, don't forget to check out the new column series, Harness News Update Picks and Analysis. This week, I'll have several tracks from around Canada, some picks and analysis for the racing. I'll have Fraser Downs Thursday and Friday, Century Downs Friday and Saturday, Rideau Carleton on Sunday, and probably a couple Woodbine Mohawk Parks. Haven't fully decided which ones, but for sure Friday and likely Saturday for those as well. So keep an eye on harnesslink.com for all that, or to check out there's a Harness News Update link on Harness Link as well. But let's get into the recap part of the show. Let's fire it up here. We're going to kick off late night Friday night racing. Fraser Downs, we just talked about them. I'll have picks and analysis for them later this week. But here's what happened this weekend. On Friday, 9 races, 2 drivers picked up 2 wins. The first was Kelly Hort. He wins race 2 with more money in 157 and 2. But here, race 6 was a second win with I Know Better in 156 and 3. A big win there by the 3-year-old gelding by Better Than Cheddar. And then also on Friday, Kevin Anderson gets 2 wins. He wins race 4 and 9. Race 4 with Willie Rocket at 4-1 and 156 and 1. Here's the replay for this. He trains this pacer as well. This is a 5-year-old by J.K. Royal Flush. Big win here. This triactor on this race, a $2 tractor, paid $425. Nothing huge. 4-1, 3-1, and 4-1. The favorite, the 6, Minicana Joe, finished 6th. And then also Kevin Anderson also won race 9, the last race of the day, with Jolton Joe in 157 and 1. Another 4-1 there. That's an 8-year-old gelding by Riverboat King. The Meadows had racing on just Friday as well. I think they're back in action today. Couple drivers we'll look at. Ronnie Ryan Jr. gets 3 wins. He wins races 2, 3, and 7. Race 2 with Twin Bee Nation. Here's race 3 with Get Some Cash at 6-1. This is a 5-year-old gelding by Cash Hall. And Ren would also get his 3rd win with Go Pikachu Go, a Mike Brick trained in 152 and 4 in race 7. And then another driver to get a hat trick on Friday at the Meadows was Dave Pallone, races 4, 5, and 11. Here's race 4 with Mickey Minaj, not Nikki, Mickey Minaj, and 152 and 1. Let me guess, and always be Mickey? Yep, and always be Mickey. Wins at 3-1 here. Michael Pallone trains this pacer. Pallone would also win race 5 with another Michael Pallone trained Skyway Ballistic. And Dave Pallone would get his 3rd win in race 11 with Uncle Remus in 154 and 3. Next track we'll look at, Hoosier Park. Had racing Friday and Saturday. On Friday, they had the open pace, and we'll pick it up here after the half. Here it is.
Through a half, a 55 and a 5th. Crooked Smile is 2nd. Better Rock 3rd. Odds on Blockchain. After that comes Your Wish is Granted. And Big Wheels has now moved to the outside to try and advance from last. They're on the 2nd turn. Spring in his step by a length from Crooked Smile. Odds on Blockchain advancing outside Better Rock. The trailing 2 Big Wheels and Your Wish is Granted as the field moves into the stretch. 3/4, 123 and 3. 28 and 2 third quarter. Spring in his step has opened up a 3-length lead. Better Rock trying to come through on the inside. Crooked Smile is trying to stay on. Odds on Blockchain to the outside. It's Spring in his step with the lead. Crooked Smile and Better Rock also oncoming as Your Wish is Granted. Spring in his step has won. Crooked Smile 2nd. 3rd was Your Wish is Granted. Then Better Rock in 149 and 4.
Yeah, that was Spring in his step. That was a 7-year-old gelding by Some Beach Somewhere with Tyler Smith in the bike. 149 and 4, like you heard, was the favorite there. Jeff Cullifer trains this pacer. That was $22,000 for grabs in the purse. Tyler Smith would actually get a hat trick. That would be his 2nd of 3. You'd win the next race, race 11, with True Blue Lindy in 152 and 1. Another Jeff Cullifer trained pacer. And then a race prior to the Open, there was the Open 3 pace. 16,000 up for grabs. Let's watch this one after the half.
As is Thunder Country. Next comes Down by the Ocean, and also advancing wide is Mossdale Mac. Lots of Knockus trying to recover from a slow trip around the turn. Up on the outside is Ultra Image, and then ER Rocky. Coming to the top of the stretch, Rip Wheeler's in front through 3/4 in 124 and 4. Saddle Up angles out. Rockin' Marty is 3rd. And then moving through with the inside, Thunder Country. The leader is Rip Wheeler. Saddle Up. Rockin' Marty. Smooth Bot is in between horses. Rip Wheeler with the lead. Saddle Up is 2nd. And then Rockin' Marty, it is Rip Wheeler to win. Saddle Up was 2nd. 3rd, a photo for 3rd, Smooth Bot and Ultra Image, 151 and 2.
Yeah, the Open 3 was won by Rip Wheeler in 151 and 2. Brandon Bates was in the bike for Walter Haynes Jr. On to Saturday at Hoosier Park, a bunch more opens. First, we'll kick things off with the Fillies and Mares Open pace. Let's watch this at the half-mile mark.
Vision 2nd, then Elegant. Going to be good, and JK Shining Star. This has been the order from the start, and they move on to the 2nd turn with Marlowe Hanover still the leader. Rose Run Vision 2nd. Elegant now moves to the outside. Elegant moving up from 3rd. Also going wide is Going to be good, and JK Shining Star is still 5th and last. Head of the stretch headed for home. 3/4, 124 and 3. 3rd quarter, 29 seconds. Marlowe Hanover with the lead. Rose Run Vision, Elegant, going to be good to the outside. It's Marlowe Hanover in front. Rose Run Vision has an opening at the inside to try to come on through, but Marlowe Hanover continues to hold her at bay inside the final eighth of a mile. Going to be good is taken third. It's Marlowe Hanover in front. Marlowe Hanover winning. Rose Run Vision second, then going to be good. JK Shining Star and Elegant 151 and 4.
Yeah, that was Marlowe Hanover with Michael Oosting in the bike for Virgil Morgan Jr. The 7-year-old mare by Captain Charentris gets the win there. There was also the open trot, couple races later, was won by Famous Father in 153 and 3 at 11-1. John DeLong was in the bike for trainer Rick Plano, 11-1, and actually DeLong would get 3 wins on the day. This is a second of 3. Let's pick this up after the half.
Racing fifth is Late Night Hawk. Then Renegade Gypsy and Flagman is still last. They're going to the second turn. Ponda Jet with the advantage. Famous Father is second. Sly Little Fox third. All-Star Swan a length and a half back to Late Night Hawk. Now to the outside goes Renegade Gypsy, and Flagman's going to follow up wide as the field is approaching the top of the stretch. Ponda Jet with the lead. Sly Little Fox has angled out from third and is up to challenge Famous Father. 3/4, 126 and 1, 29 and 1/3 quarter. Ponda Jet still in front. Sly Little Fox on the outside. Famous Father splitting the two. On the outside, Flagman also trying to move up All-Star Swan. Ponda Jet trying to find some more. Famous Father now surges up to take the lead. Famous Father is going to pick up a second win this season, beating Ponda Jet. And third was Flagman. Fourth was Sly Little Fox, 153 and 3.
Yeah, that was the open trot, and there was also 2 open 3 trots. One was race 1 and one was race 10. Here's the first one.
Quarter is 30 and a fifth. Racing fourth, Tug and Coop, who's moving up on the outside of Nevermind, and following along out there now is Kid Tyler. Then it's Sweet Boy Ben and Land of Freedom as they move on the second turn. Wicks Hanover's in front. Tug and Coop is on the outside now taking second. Toys for You is third. Then Kid Tyler and Double A Gold Rush. After that, Sweet Boy Ben and Nevermind, who's gotten shuffled back to seventh. And the trailer is Land of Freedom. Head of the stretch, headed for home, 3/4, 128. Here comes Tug and Coop, who's up on the outside of Wicks Hanover, now to challenge. Toys for You drops down to the inside for Racing Room. In behind that is Kid Tyler. Also Double A Gold Rush trying to sneak through on the inside. Tug and Coop with the lead inside the final eighth of a mile. Toys for You, Double A Gold Rush far outside. Land of Freedom trying to come on from last. Tug and Coop with the lead in deep stretch. Tug and Coop wins. Double A Gold Rush was second. Then Toys for You and Land of Freedom in 155 and 4.
Yeah, that was Tug and Coop with Jordan Ross in the bike for Jeff Cullifer. Tug and Coop is a 5-year-old gelding by Dover Dan. And the second open 3 trot was won by Brookview Bolt with Trace T-Trick, tongue twister right there, in the bike for Tyler George. This is a 6-year-old by Swan for All. They go 154 and 2. Here's that highlight.
Second quarter, 29 and 4. Racing fifth is Triathlon Oz, then Swing for the Fences with Latin Lover and Southwind Cherry the trailer. Brookview Bolt now spurts away to a 2.5 length lead. Per Lucky second, Burrow and Big Christian. Racing fifth is Triathlon Oz, who has moved to the outside. Also wide through the turn is Swing for the Fences, then Southwind Cherry and Latin Lover. Head of the stretch, headed for home, 3/4, 126 and 2. Brookview Bolt's in front by 7. Burrow has taken second from Per Lucky. Triathlon Oz on the outside. Big Christian in behind horses. Coming to the final eighth of a mile, Brookview Bolt by 7 lengths. Triathlon Oz on the outside. Also trying to move up wide is Swing for the Fences. Brookview Bolt is gone. Goodbye. Brookview Bolt wins by 5. Swing for the Fences second. It's a photo for third. Triathlon Oz and Southwind Cherry, 154 and 2.
That's everything from Hoosier Park. Move on to Freehold Raceway. Had racing on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, one driver had a hat trick, and that was Austin Singleman. He wins his first race in race 2 with the K-Bar in 2:01 and 3. But the highlight we're going to look here is his third and final win with race 10 Hot Stuff at 3-1 at 2 minutes and 3/5. This pacer is a 5-year-old mare by Liz Mara. Philip Jasper trains. Singleman would also win race 7 with Tesla Power in 156 and 4. On to Saturday at Freehold. The first thing we'll look at here is the preferred pace. Race 10 was won by Euphoria N in 155 and 2. Jim Marone Jr. was in the bike for trainer Sean Valley. Marone Jr. this would be his third win of the day. He would end with 3, so he gets the hat trick, and we'll pick up this open pace or preferred pace at the half. 12,000 up for grabs.
Then third over comes Fearful Intent, followed by Top Mill Song Rocket and Ignatius. 3/4 in 126 and 4. And it's still Euphoria, strictly the one to catch. Euphoria has the lead by a length and a half. Fizzing on the outside is second, still pressing on. Then 6 feet apart, third, followed by Bondi Shake and Fearful Intent. But they turn for home, and it's all Euphoria. Euphoria leads by 2.5. Fizzing is second up the inside, 6 feet apart. Late bid, Bondi Shake. But Euphoria will get it done here. Euphoria wins by 2. Then Bondi Shake second. Fearful Intent was third. Fizzing was fourth in 155 and 2.
Yeah, that was a big hat trick there. And another driver to get a hat trick again. Singleman gets a hat trick on Friday and Saturday. He wins races 3, 6, and 13 on Saturday. Race 3 here, the highlight you're seeing. Shrimp and Grits, 12-1 for trainer Izzy Estrada. Singleman drives the 8-year-old gelding by Shadow Play. He would also win race 6 with On Debut in 157 and 3, and he get his third win of the day with Cahoots in 156 and 4. On to Buffalo Raceway, had racing on Friday and Saturday as well. On Friday, one driver picked up 5 wins by my count. That's Joseph Chindano Jr. He gets his first win in race 5 with Muskegum in 201 flat. And then he would also win, actually, he would win 4 in a row, races 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he would take race 9. He wouldn't win race 9. He finished third in race 9. And then he wins race 10 here with St. Lad's Maggie May in 159 and 3 at 2-1. And this was his 5th win of the day. 14-year-old mare here, St. Lad's Maggie May. Ooh, tongue twisters today. On to Saturday at Buffalo Raceway. The first thing we'll look at is the open trot was race 7. Let's pick this up after the half.
They did pick it up 29-3 in the quarter. So Power and Grace leads them into the clubhouse turn. Jacked on the inside. Johnny Boy is third. Bisco's worked his way up to 4th on the outside as he tries to recover from a break. Then he got Good Boy and Credit List. Make their way down the backside to the 3/4 mile mark. And it's Power and Grace with Jacked. Up on the outside, Bisco now challenging for third over Johnny Boy. Then you got Good Boy. Now Credit List goes to the outside. They go by 3/4 of 130 and 2. Into the final turn, Power and Grace. Jacked with that perfect trip. Bisco's trying to pass them all. Then you got Johnny Boy, Credit List looking to go 3 wide from the back, and Good Boy trails. With an 1/8 mile to trot, Power and Grace turns with the lead. Jack comes out of the 2-hole. Power and Grace and Jack are going to decide it. Power and Grace, Jack trying to get to her, but Power and Grace just too strong. Power and Grace wins it over Jack. Then Johnny Boy in there for third, 159 and 2.
Yeah, big 159 and 2 for Power and Grace with Drew Monty in the bike for Ronald McDonald. Power and Grace is a 9-year-old mare by Holiday Road, winning there the open trot at Buffalo Raceway. And then Joseph Chindano gets another hat trick. He wins races 3, 8, and 9. Race 9 was with Leave and Roll in 158 and 1. Maggie Chindano trains this pacer, a 7-year-old gelding, by Time to Roll. And and then Chindano would actually win the race prior, race 8, with Golden Kid in 158 and 3. And then actually racing was canceled after this race as well. So races 10, 11, 12, and 13 did not happen on Saturday. Next track we'll look at, the Meadowlands had racing on Friday and Saturday as well. On Friday, one driver had a grand slam, and that was Todd McCarthy. He'd win races 3, 5, 9, and 14. Here's race 14 we're watching. He wins with It's Rockin' Randy in 152 and 3 at 4-1. This pacer is a 6-year-old gelding by Always a Virgin. Carl Torella trains. And on to Saturday, 2 drivers get a hat trick at the Meadowlands. The first is Jason Bartlett. He wins races 2, 12, and 14. He wins race 2 with Slingshot in 151 and 1. Then he would also win race 12, which is the highlight we're going to see right now. At 10-1 here, Gentleman Jim in 150 and 2. This is a 10-year-old gelding by Kiki Colt. And then Bartlett would also win race 14 with BB Lucky Boy in 150 flat. And then the other driver to get a hat trick on Saturday at the Meadowlands is Jordan Stratton. He'd get his first win in race 7 with Caveman in 150 and 1. This is a 8-year-old gelding by Some Beach Somewhere. He'd also win race 11 with Colossal Stride in 150 and 1 at 7-1. And he'd cap off the day race 13 with another 7-1. See You in Nashville. Wins by a neck here in 152 flat. Again, 7-1. Big upset here. 7-1 was first. A 5-1 was second. And an 8-1 was third, while the favorite finished 7th. Next track, we'll look at Cal Expo racing on their normal Friday and Sunday. On Friday, the open trot was race 4. We'll pick this up after the half. Here it is, 7,700 up for grabs.
On a soft 32 and 1 second quarter, and it was with a strong tailwind. Into the final turn they go. Silver Hill Volo leads it by a length. Help Page first over in second. Mandeville locked in the box in third. Lewis well placed second over in fourth. Peters Royalty no place to go in fifth. Pride Crest third over in sixth. And Daytona Dreamin' can see them all. Silver Hill Volo leads it by a long neck. Help Page on the outside in second. Lewis about to go 3 wide. Going 4 wide, Pride Crest. 3/4, 132 and 2, 30 and a fifth for the third quarter. Silver Hill Volo vacates the inside. Mandeville's got a shot if good enough. On the outside, Help Page, though, takes the lead. Help Page with the lead. Outside, Lewis. Inside, Mandeville. Pride Crest on the far outside. It's Help Page with the lead. Outside, Lewis. Inside, Mandeville. Help Page will win it. Real close for second between Mandeville or Lewis. That can absolutely.
That's a good finish to an open trot there. All the horses were within 4 or 5 lengths, but that was Help Page with Sean Smith-Peters in the bike, winning that one with the 4-year-old gelding by Help is on the way. A couple races earlier was the Double Down invite for trotters and pacers. So mixed gate here, 6,000 up for grabs. Trotters get the inside 2 posts, post 1 and 2. Pacers draw from posts 3 to 7. We'll pick this one up after the half.
For Storybook, who leads at a length and a half. All About Time in the pocket, second. Say So's Wind Up is third. Dardic Vic is fourth. Just Call Me Hungry, fifth by 2 1/4. Starting to narrow the gap a little is Wherever Rio Goes by a length and 3/4. Then Spark Plug, Sparky. It's Storybook with the lead by a length and 1/4. Appearing to have some go in the pocket is All About Time, and he tips out inside in third. Losing ground is Say So's Wind Up from the back of the pack. Just Call Me Hungry is flying. 3/4, 132 and 3, 30 and 4 for the third quarter. And Cutting pushes the button on All About Time, and they accelerate by 2. Far outside, Just Call Me Hungry continues to close ground. Followed in third position by Dardic Vic along the inside. Storybook. Down the stretch they come. All About Time is full of pace and drawing away, coming to the wire. Just Call Me Hungry second. Dardic Vic was third, tight for fourth between Say So's Wind Up and Storybook, 201 and 4.
Yeah, that was All About Time with Jacob Cutting in the bike, winning that Double Down invite. On to Sunday at Cal Expo. There was, let me see. It was the only American track racing on Easter Sunday. There was 2 Canadian tracks on that we'll talk about later. Flamboro and Rideau, but the only U.S. track on Easter Sunday, Cal Expo. And they had a couple big races. Their biggest race was for 12,500 in the Alan Kishenbaum Pace Fillies and Mares here. Graceful Horizon wins in 153 flat with Nick Rowland in the bike. He trains this pacer as well, but we'll pick this up after the half.
They went by the half, 57-3, 29-3 for the second quarter. Graceful Horizon has the lead by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside with a rush. Here comes Divine Art, and Divine Art's in a hurry. Along the inside, Nick Rowland forced to kick out the earplugs of Graceful Horizon to try to fend off Divine Art, and right now she is not. Up on the outside in third under encouragement is Give Me This Dance. From the outside, Divine Art has cleared to the lead while parked. 3/4, 125-2, 27-4 for the third quarter. They're in the stretch. Divine Art has the lead by a length. Fighting back on the insides, Graceful Horizon. 3 deep and gaining is Give Me This Dance. Down the stretch they come. Divine Art clinging to the lead. Graceful Horizon inside. Outside, Give Me This Dance. Down the stretch they come. It's going to be a tight finish. It looks like Graceful Horizon came back on the wire to win it. With Divine Art in that photograph, Give Me This Dance was third, 153 flat.
Yeah, then there was another double down.
For second quarter breather for DT.
Whoop, wrong button there. There was another double down invite for Trotters and Pacers. This time Trotters drew posts 1, 2, 3, and 4, while Pacers got the outside post. Here it is. We'll finish this up.
Head Attack, who leads it by a length and a quarter. On the helmet in second is Lord Willoughby. TSS Hot House first over in third. Second up in fourth is Sonalta Glory. Snap, Crackle, and Trot, no place to go in fifth as Luke Plano gets after DT Pet Attack. Third up in sixth, Serene Hall, followed by Omaha Storm Chaser, who has caught the field. They have to catch DT Pet Attack, but the lead is dwindling. 3/4, 127-2, 29-1 for the third quarter. They're in the stretch. On a precarious lead is DT Pet Attack. Alongside is TSS Hot House. Up the inside, Lord Willoughby. Far outside gaining ground is Sonalta Glory. Down the stretch they come. That's Sonalta Glory taking the lead. Lord Willoughby along the inside. Lord Willoughby now has the lead. Outside, Sonalta Glory. It's Lord Willoughby to win it. Sonalta Glory was second. DT.
Yeah, it was Lord Willoughby getting the win there at Cal Expo. We also, that was everything from there. We'll move on to the next track. Western Fair had racing Friday and Monday. On Friday, the most drivers and could only get 2 wins was the most any driver could muster. The first one, Daniel Clements, he wins 2 races, 1 and 8. He wins race 1. Just to highlight, we're watching here with Mini Million in 2 minutes and 3/5 at 6-1. He'd also win race 8 with BBC Sports Boy in 2 minutes and 2/5. Another driver to only get 2 wins on Friday was Garrett Rudy. He'd win race 5 with My Outside Voice in 2 minutes and 2/5. 11-1 upset here to kick things off. This is a 4-year-old mare by Thinking Out Loud. Rooney would get his second win in race 10 with Something Royal in 159 flat. And then the last driver to get 2 wins on Friday, we'll look at it, was Samuel Filion. He wins races 6 and 9. He wins race 6 with Vicious Alicious in 158 and 4. And then he would win race 9 with Azikar Jack. Wins by neck in that one in 158 and 1. And then last night at Western Fair, one driver gets a hat trick, and that was Travis Henry. He'd win the first race of the day with Bad Eye Bill, and that's the replay we'll see in 156 and 1 at 4-1. Minor upset while Curious Cortez finished second. Henry would also win races 4 and 6. Race 4 with Go 9-0 in 157 flat, and race 6 with the 5-year-old State Treasurer product Can Be a Treasure in 157 and 4. On to Yonkers Raceway. Stake races there. The third leg of the Blue Chip Matchmaker was on Friday. 4 splits. Let's watch the first one here.
They're off in the Blue Chip Matchmaker Leg 3. Coachella Bound breaks the line first and heads right out to the early lead. Jive Dancing cuts the corner down inside from second, with a Karma Sealster just loaded away in early third. Next to the inside comes True Blue Hanover, and Doug's Babe is going to do it from last here as they pass onto the backstretch the first time, and it is Jive Dancing out of the pocket now right to the top. Coachella Bound will be forced to pocket up second in advance of Karma Sealster. Next in line, True Blue Hanover, and Doug's Babe is the back marker. That's the field of 5 of them as they make their way past the opening quarter now in 27 and 4. With the advantage, Jive Dancing, fresh off of a win last week in leg 2. She leads the way. Coachella Bound is pocketed up in second. Next to the inside third is Karma Sealster from True Blue Hanover, and Doug's Babe the back marker. They all follow Jive Dancing. She's the only one with a win in the series so far, and again, she's looking for back-to-back wins as she leads the way down here to the half-mile station with Matt Kakali. It is Jive Dancing past that half in 56 and 4. Coachella Bound still tracks along in second. Karma Sealster's in line third. True Blue Hanover and Doug's Babe the back markers. Single file field of 5. There's been no change in the plot. They pass 5/8, and they head to 3/4, and they continue to follow. Jive Dancing, still the one. Coachella Bound still tracks second. Karma Sealster in line third. True Blue Hanover and Doug's Babe still no right lines. They head to 3/4. Now the outer flow develops. Jive Dancing has the advantage. Coachella Bound is locked in the box from second. Up on the outside, Karma Sealster's trying it first up. Trying to hustle to catch up to that cover is Doug's Babe, and the back marker now is True Blue Hanover. They come towards the top of the stretch, and they're all covered just by 5 lengths. It's Jive Dancing at the inside with the lead. Karma Sealster on the outside looks to press past. Here's Doug's Babe coming into it late down the center of the racetrack. Doug's Babe down the center. Karma Sealster to the inside. Scooting through is Coachella Bound. Coming down to the line, it's Doug's Babe in front. To the inside, Coachella Bound. Doug's Babe got through to win. Tight second, maybe Coachella Bound from Karma Sealster, 153 and 1.
Yeah, sort of cut off 153 and 1 for Doug's Babe. Dexter Dunn was in the bike there. The second split went race 10. It was won by Lit D Rose in 155 and 4. Pat LaChance was in the bike. He trains this mare as well. Let's watch this clip.
They're often pacing in the third leg of the Blue Chip Matchmaker. That is Lita Rose, who fires out. Tony's mom goes with her inside early. The favorites 1-2 here early into the first bend. Next to the inside, Creme de Light comes away in third in advance of Sal El Sol, followed by AVF Claire and Easy to Please, the back marker. So, Tony's mom won that early battle for supremacy. Lita Rose is forced to a pocket up now from second. In line third is Creme de Light in advance of Sal El Sol. Back to AVF Claire and Easy to Please. To the opening quarter they go, and it is Tony's mom at 6-5 paving the way. Opening quarter on the board in 28 and 3. Lita Rose was bet down late. The 3-5 favorite sits the pocket in second. Creme de Light, Sal El Sol, they're content with their positions third and fourth at the cones. In the back two, AVF Claire and Easy to Please. So they're at the top of the stretch the first time, and it is Tony's mom and Yannick Gingras. They won together in the first leg of the matchmaker. Had to settle for 5th last week, so looking to bounce back here. Tony's mom looking for her second win in the series. Down here to the half mile in 58 and 2. Lita Rose, similar tale, a win in the first leg, a third in the second leg, looking for a second win here tonight. Is still sitting that pocket in second from Creme de Light in line third, now edging to the outside. From fourth, that's Sal El Sol in advance of AVF Claire, and Easy to Please still the back marker. To 3/4 they go, and Tony's mom maintains the lead. But to the outside, Creme de Light is right alongside the leader. Now that's Lita Rose, who's trying to angle for racing room off the pylons and is able to slip out in advance of Sal El Sol. AVF Claire saves ground at the inside and is up into fourth. 3/4, 126 and 3. Tony's Mom at the inside, being collared here by Creme de Light. Creme de Light trying to forge past the lead to Rose. A second over there, ready to swing wide as they come to the top of the stretch and spin for home. It's Tony's Mom under pressure, trying to maintain the lead, though. Creme de Light is there between horses, and far outside, here comes Lee de Rose down the center of the racetrack, trying to get to both of these leaders. It's Tony's Mom still in front, but here's Lee de Rose, the winner. Wow, tight underneath there.
Yeah, it was Lit Rose. And then the last split comes next race 11. Delightful Catherine wins in 155 and 4 with Jordan Stratton in the bike. And this wraps up leg 3 for the blue chip matchmaker. Leg 4 goes down this Friday, which I'll talk about on my Friday show. But let's watch the last replay right here.
They're off in the blue chip matchmaker leg 3. Delightful Catherine down inside, leaves quickest. Racine Bell alongside. That's in case you didn't know, was floated away in early 3rd. Treacherous Penny is going to settle into stride in early 4th. Next to the inside comes Man Don't Forget Me, and the back marker is Michaela. She'll have to do it from last year tonight. So they're on to the backstretch and heading to that opening quarter, and they follow Delightful Catherine. Delightful Catherine leads it here by 2 now over Racine Bell in 2nd. In case you didn't know, remains in 3rd from Treacherous Penny. Back to Man Don't Forget Me and Michaela. 28-1. That was the opening quarter speed here for Delightful Catherine. Delightful Catherine maintains the lead midway around the far turn the first time from Racine Bell, who's pocketed up in 2nd. In case you didn't know, is right there in 3rd while patiently handled early. Treacherous Penny is 3rd last, 2nd to last Man Don't Forget Me, and Michaela the back marker. Very little change in the plot since they found single file alignment here, and they come to the half mile following Delightful Catherine. Delightful Catherine is there and 58 and 4 to the half mile. Racine Bell is pocketed up 2nd. In case you didn't know, single file 3rd from Treacherous Penny. Back to Man Don't Forget Me and Michaela. Still very little change in the plot as they make their way to the backstretch now. The final time, it's Delightful Catherine and Jordan Stratton. They maintain the lead. Still pocketed up 2nd. That's Racine Bell. Now here's in case you didn't know. Going to try it first up to the outside. Following the cover is Treacherous Penny. Man Don't Forget Me, and Michaela the back marker. They bunch up, just 5 lengths, covers all 6. 3/4, 128 flat. Delightful Catherine at the inside, to the outside, in case you didn't know. From 3rd, it's Racine Bell, followed next by Treacherous Penny. A little steppy there, in case you didn't know, as Delightful Catherine suddenly scooted clear by 3 here. Coming to the top of the stretch, Delightful Catherine looks to seal the deal. In case you didn't know, looks to battle on. Down the center lane, it's Treacherous Penny. Coming through the stretch, Delightful Catherine still the one. Close to home here, Delightful Catherine trying to find the line in front from. In case you didn't know, it's Delightful Catherine. In case you didn't know, Racine Bell and Treacherous Penny, 155 and 4.
And then last night was the Borgata Series, 50,000, 3 splits. Last night, leg 4 will go next week. We'll talk about on Friday's show, but here's the first highlight.
This field is in motion. They're off. There goes Line Drive Hanover. To his inside is Some Moment Somewhere. Protecting the pylons is Coach's Corner. 4th is Leonidas. Then we come back to Fun at the Beach, who's just ahead of Strength from Above. 2 more to Magic 4. The trailer is Venturesome Arden. Going on with it is Some Moment Somewhere. Gingra and Some Moment Somewhere have the lead. Coach's Corner in the pocket, not for long. Here comes the favorite, Line Drive, Hanover and Zeron. Not content with the 3-hole. They're going to battle for the lead through a contentious opening quarter of 27 and 1. And right there, Line Drive, Hanover grabbed the lead away from Some Moment Somewhere and cleared. The favorite has the top. It's Line Drive, Hanover around the paddock turn the first time. A length to the good of Some Moment Somewhere. Coach's Corner back in 3rd, followed by Leonidas in 4th. Fun at the Beach settles into 5th. He's about 8 lengths from the top. 2 more to Strength from Above. Then Magic 4. Venturesome Arden can see them all through a half and 55 and 2. A 28 and 1 second quarter there for Line Drive Hanover. Bet all the way down to 1 to 5. Your leg 1 winner, Line Drive Hanover, has a length and a half on Some Moment Somewhere. First up, here comes Fun at the Beach and Stratton. Coach's Corner stays in. He's 4th. Getting some cover, Strength from Above. Shuffled along the cones is Leonidas. Then Magic 4. Venturesome Arden, 3/4 time. Here was 123 and 2. They're on the final turn. Line drive Hanover keeps on going. Some moment somewhere has been glued to him the entire way. Fun at the beach, grinding first up. Coach's corner locked in the box fourth. Off the turn and into the stretch. Line drive Hanover starts to power away now. Zeron goes to work. Line drive Hanover responds and opens up a 2.5 length lead. The battle for second is Coach's corner in some moment somewhere. The winner's Line drive Hanover. Dead tight for second. Some moment somewhere are Coach's corner. Final time for the
Yeah, the final time of the mile was 150 and 4. Line drive Hanover wins with Scott Zeron. It was actually deemed a dead heat for second between Coach's Corner and Some Moment Somewhere. I wonder how that will play into the final standings when we get closer to the finals, if it matters. But that's a big dead heat there. 12-1, Some Moment Somewhere, dead heats with the 4-1 Coach's Corner for second. But that doesn't matter to the winner, Line drive Hanover. A couple races later was the second split, race 8. Duncan will win by a nose with Tim Tetrick in the bike. Just beats out the 16-1 Hullabaloo. Let's see how this one ends.
This field is in motion. They're all from the far outside. Hullabaloo and Jingra try for the lead. They'll be challenged early by Duncan from the inside. Between horses there is Torrid Saint. Then we come back to I Did It My Way, who's looking for somewhere to tuck. Fifth is Forever Boy. Then Naturally Gifted in the trailer is Backstreet Shadow from the outside draw. Hullabaloo cleared. Hullabaloo, but not for long. Here comes Tetrick with Duncan. And your favorite Duncan makes the top. Through an opening quarter in a contentious 27-1. Hullabaloo settles into the pocket second. A length and a half to Torrid Saint at a big price, who's third. Then I Did It My Way and Bartlett are fourth. Fifth is Forever Boy. He's about 7 lengths from the top. 2 more to Naturally Gifted. Backstreet Shadow can see them all as they come past the Monday fans for the first time, led by Duncan. Duncan bumps it to 2. Hullabaloo is back in second, followed by Torrid Saint through a 55-4 half. 28-3 second quarter there for Duncan. I Did It My Way. Bartlett thinks about it, and here he comes. They're coming first up. Picking up the covers, Forever Boy. Staying in was Naturally Gifted. Excess cover for Backstreet Shadow. That's the 7 of them heading to 3/4. Duncan, Tetrick starts to motivate Duncan, keep him to his task. He has a length lead. Hullabaloo creeps closer. I Did It My Way grinds first up through 3/4 and 124. Locked in the box is Torrid Saint, who's trying to poach the huge upset. They're midway on the turn. Duncan trying to get away from Hullabaloo, who won't let him out of his sights. Torrid Saint in with an upset chance. Off the turn, Duncan a length. Here comes Hullabaloo out of the pocket. Duncan and Hullabaloo, it's down to these two. Duncan's the favorite. Hullabaloo at a big price. Duncan, Hullabaloo, Duncan. Duncan held him off. He held Hullabaloo. It was a desperate head on the line. Final time for the mile, 151.
Yeah, that was Duncan, like I said, in 151-4. And then the third and final split for leg 3 was the next race, Desperate Man. He's a perfect 3 for 3 in the event, goes in 151-3. But some long shots finished second, third. So let's watch this full clip.
Desperate Man, your 1-5 favorite, looking for his 3rd consecutive win in the series. This field is in motion. They're off. Covered bridge from the outside. Tries for the lead. There's what Stanley got in between those two. Yannick Gingras all over. Semi-tough to keep up. Along the cones is Thunder Hunter Joe. Between is Cranbourne. The favorite Desperate Man is 6th early and 3 wide. The trailers Rock and Roll Runa. What Stanley got and Brennan cleared the top. A length in front of Semi-Tough. Here comes Desperate Man and Kakali. They were 6th early, now 3rd, now 2nd, and Desperate Man going to see the lead right after an opening quarter in 27 seconds flat. There he goes. Desperate Man's in front. What Stanley got? Content now with the pocket in 2nd. Semi-Tough's 3rd. Covered Bridge left for position. He's in 4th. Thunder Hunter Joe is 5th, 7 lengths from the top. He's followed by Cranbourne, and the trailer is Rock and Roll Runa, who's looking for 3 wins in the series as well. Desperate Man, a length and a half to the good of what Stanley got through a 55 and 4 half. That was a 28 and 4 second quarter there for Desperate Man. What Stanley got in the pocket. Semi-tough third. Out of fourth, here comes Covered Bridge and Stratton. They give the cover to Rock and Roll Runa. Gapping along the insides, Thunder Hunter Joe. Cranbourne still last. Desperate Man continues on the front end. What Stanley got tracks in the pocket. Covered Bridge grinds first up as they head to three quarters. He's followed by Rock and Roll Runa outside, 123 and 3 for three quarters. The field's on the turn. Desperate Man trying to see it through. Covered Bridge trying to reel him in. What Stanley got waits at the pocket. Rock and Roll Runa's going to have to go three wide. Semi-toughs in along the cones. Off the turn. Desperate Man. Kakeli shakes him up and he keeps going. Desperate Man a length and a half. Desperate Man by 2. It's all Desperate Man in leg 3. What Stanley got was second. Rock and Roll Runa along for third. Final time for the mile was 1:51.
Yes, cuts off there. 1:51 and 3 was the mile time. Like I said before, 17-1. What Stanley got was second, and Rock and Roll Runa at 23-1 was third. Desperate Man, though, the heavy favorite. Perfect 3 for 3. And if you voted along on the Harness Link poll that we had 3 options to who do you think was going to win, and a fourth option of anyone else. And Desperate Man won that poll handedly. So again, leg 3 for the blue chip goes down on Friday, and leg 3 for the Brigada goes down on Monday, and I'll have a preview for that on Friday's show, so make sure you watch that as well. On to one of the other tracks here that had racing on Sunday was Flamborough Downs, but of course they had Saturday as well. On Saturday, 4 drivers got 2 wins. The first one was Colin Kelly. He wins races 2 and 6. He wins race 2 with Maple Shadow in 158 and 4. This is a 3-year-old filly by Shadow Play. He would also win race 6 with Salzbrook Diva in 158 and 1. Another driver to get 2 wins on Saturday at Flamborough was Samuel Filion. We talked about him prior to. He wins races 3 and 10. Wins race 3 with Proud of My Roots in 157 and 4. This is a 5-year-old mare by Vertical Horizon. And then he would also win race 10, last race of the card, with Majestic Virgin, and always a Virgin mare, in 158 and 1. Scott Coulter would also win 2. He would win races 4 and 9. Race 4 with Shady Memories in 159 and 3. It's replay you're seeing right now. And he'll also win race 9 with Memo. Wins by a head in that one in 159 flat. And then the last driver to win 2 is Travis Henry on Saturday. He won races 7 and 8. Race 7 with Texaco Man in 2 minutes and 4/5. That was an 8-1 upset. That's the replay up here. This trotter is a 9-year-old gelding by Chapter 7. Henry would also win race 8 with Indigenous Hanover. This was the favorite in that race, 156 and 2. The 4-year-old gelding by Lazarus. And then Flamborough on Sunday was one of 2 tracks in Canada to have an Easter card, one of 3 in North America. All 11 races had a different driver or trainer win. So let's watch the fastest mile of the night here, the last little bit. And that was race 10. Mr. John wins in 156 and 2. Samuel Filion in the bike. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Shadow Play. At 156 and 2 was the fastest mile on the night. Pretty speedy night, actually. The slowest time was race... I just saw it. It was like 2:01 and 2, or 2:01:04 in race 2. So, yeah, pretty speedy night at Flamborough Downs on Sunday. And back to the south of the border, Pocono Downs had racing on Saturday and Monday. On Saturday here, one driver gets 5 wins with Gio Napolitano Jr. His 5th and final win comes in race 11 with Musical Box and 154 and 2, 29 and 4 closing quarter here. Minor upset, I guess. Wasn't the betting favorite at 2-1, beating the favorite Puzzling, who finished second. But Musical Box is a 7-year-old gelding by Net 10 Eom. And then also on Saturday, Matt Kakali would get 3 wins. His first one was race 3 with Baron Mitchell in 153 flat. That was a 7-1 upset. This is a 9-year-old gelding by Western Terra. He would also add races 10 and 14 later in the card. On to Monday, last night at Pocono Downs, 3 drivers had hat tricks. First was Braxton Boyd. He wins races 1, 2, and 4. Wins race 1 with Lions Nighthawk. Wins by a head here in 155 and 4 at 3-1. Minor upset with the favorite Record Year finishing second. That's the clip we have up for you right now. Braxton Boyd would also win race 2 with Padre in 158 and 3. And race 4 with My Mind Is Made Up in 156 flat. And then Matt Kakali would also get another hat trick on Saturday. His first win comes in race 6 with everything Z-Tam in 155 and 3. He wins by a neck in race 6. He'd also win races 13 and 14. Race 13 with OBJ in 154 and 1. And this is race 14 here. Target acquired at 11-1. The biggest upset he had was in the bike for in 157 flat. Target acquired a 3-year-old by Betting Line. And then Gio Napolitano Jr. would add 3 more to his 5 on Saturday with 3 more on Monday. His first one comes in race 8. Kicks things off at 9-1 with Picard in 157. Wins by a neck here, which we'll see. He'd also win races 10 and 12. Race 10 with Fred Neck in 155 and 3. And race 12 with Loose Assassin in 155 and 3. The next track we'll look at Northfield Park, racing on Saturday and Monday. Saturday, Fillies and Mares Open 2 Pace, race 6. Let's pick that up after the half.
29 and 4 in that panel for the Gypsy Queen, who leads them into the clubhouse turn up by a length and a quarter. In the pocket, Smoothest Tennessee Whiskey races second with Mystical Virgin third. Then comes Rockin' Bambi, who now comes to the outside for Elliott Deaton, latching on to cover. 1 out, 1 back to Always Be City. Sunburn at the inside is next, and Fairy's Delight is the trailer. The Gypsy Queen racing for the challenge of Rockin' Bambi. Cash going to work. Rockin' Bambi up on the outside. 3/4, 126 flat, and Rockin' Bambi just went right by the Gypsy Queen like she was standing still. Up top, Rockin' Bambi leads by 2.5. Always Be City is on the outside. The Gypsy Queen could do no better. Smoothest Tennessee Whiskey comes to the outside, still with about 5 to make up. They turn for home. Rockin' Bambi turns with a length and 3/4 lead. Always Be City is chasing. Rockin' Bambi to win it. Always Be City was second, then came Smoothest Tennessee Whiskey. Sunburnt, the Gypsy Queen, Mystical Virgin, and Fairy.
Yeah, that was Rockin' Bambi winning in 155 flat with Elliott Deaton in the bike at 4-1, a minor upset there. Always Be City at 15-1 finished second, while the favorite Smooth Lasts and Whiskey finished third. On Saturday, and that was the Open 2 Fillies and Mares Pace, 16,000 was up for grabs. One driver on Saturday got a hat trick, and that was Hunter Myers. He would win races 1, 2, and 10. Race 1 in 156 flat with Sunshine in My Pocket, and then he would get the early daily double with Lady Holly. Lideo in 156 and 3, and then he would win race 10 with Giovanna by the Sea in 159 and 2. And then Monday, at Northfield Park had a couple opens. The open trot was race 4. Let's watch this clip at the half.
Then Shamrock and the distant trailer after the miscue is Tricks and Stones, 57 and 2, 29 and 3 in that second panel for Jogging to the Bank. Takes the field to the backstretch with 3/8 of a mile left to trot. Double accounts had a good trip on his back. John Dutton very patient for Wren. 2.5 or 3 lengths still away. And now he's under urging. Roger Rabbit racing in the 4th position. Then it's Bet Me to Win and Shamrock. They begin to sprint. Jogging to the Bank still takes the field to 3/4, 126. No real change in the plot up front as Jogging to the Bank is still on top. Now John Dutton starts to find his best. He's at a third. He's up to be second. He's challenging for the lead. Double account is now third, and he's a length and a half away from the back of the pack. Roger Rabbit with Bet Me to Win. 1/8 of a mile left to go. John Dutton on the outside. Wren with a nice snug hold of John Dutton. He's got the front. Jogging to the Bank trying to dig in at the inside, but John Dutton is in front. Jogging to the Bank is coming back. Jogging to the Banker, John Dutton, going to be tight. Very tight.
Yeah, sorry, it was Jogging to the Bank, wins by a head there in 154 and 4, 28 and 4 closing quarter. Elliot Dean was in the bike there at 3-1. Now later in the card was the open pace. It was race 13. Bernie wins in 153 and 3 with Billy Davis Jr. in the bike. Let's watch this one.
Outside of Shane Falco as they move into the clubhouse turn. Rise and Shine Seaside is buried in some traffic. He's shuffled all the way back to 6 now as Sand Between My Toes moves up outside of him. Then comes Thornbush Hanover. He joins the outer flow. Lions French Tremendous Play have trailed throughout. So there's less than 3/8 of a mile to go, and it's Bernie with the advantage. Never Fear Lloyd is here. A length and a half behind. American Fling is locked in the box. Then it's Shane Falco racing inside of Sand Between My Toes. Rise and Shine Seaside. We need a ton of racing luck from there. Over into the far turn they go. Bernie is the leader. American Fling looms a big threat there. He's starting to climb over Bernie's back. Then Never Fear Lloyd is here. Sand Between My Toes from the back of the pack. Thornbush Hanover trying to muster up a rally. Shane Falco down at the cones. Rise and Shine Seaside. Top of the stretch. Bernie off the turn with the lead. Then it's American Fling. Never Fear Lloyd is here. It's Bernie still in front. Shane Falco splits horses late, but no match for Bernie. Bernie in front. Then Shane Falco and Sand Between My Toes.
Yeah, that was Bernie. And then, like I said, Billy Davis Jr. was in the bike for that one. That was actually his 4th win of the night. He would end with 4. So gets the Grand Slam on last night at Northfield Park. And the last thing we'll look at Northfield Park is the Open 2 pace, which was one race before. Close finish here. Let's see how this one ends.
In pressing, Elver Hanover at the inside. There goes Koopaloop. He's sent to the outside by Wren. He's starting to pick off rivals. Back in my day down at the inside. Sparrow Hanover's buried and he's being shuffled as Louis the Horse moves up at his outside. And then our Matty Blue Chip Martin's Millions is the leader. Koopaloop's 3 wide and advancing well up to be second. As they travel to 3/4, Martin's Millions the longtime leader. Here comes Koopaloop. He's up to be second. Louis the Horse railing. He's now third. Rocked and Loaded starts to retreat off the tough journey. Then Elver Hanover. Sparrow Hanover trying to split rivals inside of our Matty Blue Chip. Back in my day now trails 3/4, rattled home in 124 and 1, less than a quarter mile to come. Martin's Millions the catch. He's still finding up front. Louis the Horse with a length and a half to pick up. Koopaloop dropped to the inside as they come to the top of the stretch. Martin's Millions off the turn with the lead. Koopaloop down at the inside. Then it's Louis the Horse. Sparrow Hanover trying to wind it up from the back. He's gaining good ground, but time is ticking away to catch Martin's Millions. Louis the Horse and Sparrow Hanover for a final try. Martin's Millions much the best on the front. 154 and 2.
Yeah, Martin's Millions wins there in the Open 2 pace. We'll move on to Saratoga. Had racing on Saturday and Monday. On Saturday, we'll kick things off with the Open pace, race 6. Here it is after the half.
Victor to follow. East End is 5th. My Pal Joe trying to take up the chase now with a lot of work to do and a half done in 57 and 1. A second quarter of 30 seconds for Primo Uomo as he braces for Moonshine Kisses, who's in the midst of his rally first over. All the while, Ronaldo getting a nice trip. Second over Skyway Victor into 4th, still 4 lengths off the lead. East End is gapping a bit on the rail. Nothing going from My Pal Joe or Century Endeavor. Lanjo Lee is out of last, and Primo Uomo up against it now. 3/4 and 125. He went 27 and 4 in the 3rd quarter, and it wasn't enough to turn back Moonshine Kisses, who pokes ahead in front.
Primo Uomo trying to fight back. Here comes Skyway Victor in with a big chance at 23-1. Revving it up from the rear, My Pal Joe as they come to the top of the stretch. And Moonshine Kisses a methodical march to the lead as he's just too much for a gutsy Primo Uomo. On the inside, Ronaldo is third. Moonshine Kisses, too much indeed. Lives up to the hype at 1-9. Primo Uomo second, 153-3 for a first over. Moonshine
Moonshine Kisses gets the big win there with Brett Beck within the bike. He would actually win 5 on the day. This was second of 5 wins at Saratoga Saturday. On to Monday at Saratoga, the open trot was also race 6. We'll pick that up after the half. Here it is.
in front of Delayed Hanover and pocket sitting Snowpiercer, who are in a second place tie. Halfway done in 57-1, 29-4 in that second quarter. So Summit City Sunny still cruising along, leading it by a little more than a length. Delayed Hanover is hot on his trail first over, but with a long journey overland to contend with. Snowpiercer in the pocket spot, a bottled up City of Hope is fourth. To that one's flank is Malibu Kid. Then comes Free Willy Hanover as they head to 3/4. Summit City Sunny still by a length. Delayed Hanover not gaining nor losing ground. 3/4 and 126-2, 29-1 in the third quarter. Summit City Sunny stands his ground and won't back down. Rebuffs the challenge from Delayed Hanover. Snowpiercer looming large at 8-1. Moving to the far outside is Malibu Kid trying to light up the board in the feature as they come to the top of the stretch. Summit City Sunny still the target. Wheels off the turn with a 1.5 lead. Trying to gather momentum is Snowpiercer. Summit City Sunny is strong in the stretch. It's Summit City Sunny to go all the way in the feature. City of Hope was second. Snowpiercer third. 150.
And then that was actually Matthew Athern gets the win there. That was his third of the day. He would end with 4. And Brett Beckwith would actually add 3 more on Monday. Here's race 15. His third win of the day is with Pax Hanover in 2 minutes and 4 fifths. He'd also win races 1 and 3. On to the next track. Woodbine Mohawk Park returned after a week off on Saturday, and the 2 big feature tickets were the New Holland Series Finals, the pacing and trotting division. Up first, here's the pacing.
Gate comes to the head of the lane for tonight's 6th race. Here they come. This field now in motion. Your New Holland Pacing Series is moving. And they're off and pacing out from the middle. That's Poseidon Silster with a nice beginning. Which Way to the Beach? And there's Jilly B Dynamite, followed by Gia Surreal on the inside. HP Momentum rounding out your top 5. Off stride. There goes Jilly B Dynamite. And there's Frankie moving up into 5th position as they wheel into the turn. Poseidon Silster at 10-1 leads the way. Which Way to the Beach? Getting parked so far, but now will push on at the opening quarter. Sharp 26-1. Which Way to the Beach at 3-5 now leads the way. Poseidon Silster, Gia Surreal, and HP Momentum, followed by Frankie. The Greek Freak is off the speed there in 6. 7 sees Uncle Shank, followed by Century Heineken and Blue Hunt. Jilly B Dynamite is out of it after that miscue. Which Way to the Beach shows the way as they make their way towards the halfway point. Which Way to the Beat has the engine. Poseidon Silster pocket sitting in 2nd. Halfway point reached 55-1. In 3rd, that's Gia Surreal to the outside. Goes HP Momentum, pops pocket out there from 4th. And now sitting in 3rd. Grabbing that cover, that's Frankie in 5th. Outer flow action there for the Greek Freak. Inside Century Heineken, followed by Uncle Shank and HP, or Blue Hunt rather. And Jilly B Dynamite trails the field. Which Way to the Beach in control, still leading it. Pressure on the outside. HP Momentum is up to the wheel. 122-4. They're 3 parts of the way home. And Which Way to the Beach takes the field in front as they come in the New Holland Pacing Series finale. It's Which Way to the Beach. HP Momentum. Here comes Frankie from off the pace, trying to slide up the inside. Poseidon Silster looks game. Poseidon Silster on the inside. Which Way to the Beach is going to have to dig in. The outside sees Frankie. There's a Century Heineken at the wire. It's a blanket finish. Boy, that's tight. Century Heineken may have just nosed out.
Well, it wasn't Century Heineken. He finished second. It was Poseidon Silster at 10-1, winning in 151 flat. with Tyler Moore. Doug McNair and Century Heineken at 59-1 finished second, while the favorite was Sylvan Filion, Which Way to the Beach, finished third. $2 triactor with that one paid $2,777.10. Wow, the Superfecta $1, that one paid $7,559. I don't want to hear anyone say harness racing isn't exciting. What a finish there in the New Holland Pacing Series final. 71,000 was up for grab in that one. A few races later, 70,000 was up for grabs in the New Holland Trotting Series final. Not as a close finish, but let's still watch this one.
Field for your New Holland Trotting Series finale in motion. There they go. And they're off. A nice beginning there. Handsome Sebastian out sharp from the 7-hole. Down the middle, that's Perfetto and Frank's Angel getting away well. Pemberton is away in 4-speed from the outside. Pikachu Hanover. There's a Chulo in the mix. It's a log jam up front as they all battle for position. Special Mission needs a seat. And as they move through the turn, Southwind Encore also looking for somewhere to sit. It's Locatelli there from the back of the pack, but up front, Pikachu Hanover gains the quarter in 27-1. Pikachu Hanover, and here comes a move by Chulo out and around to push on towards the top. Chulo, Pikachu Hanover. Wouldn't that pay a nice exactor there? Handsome Sebastian is gapped in third, and off stride there goes Chulo out of it now. There's Handsome Sebastian now back into second. Frank's Angel sitting in third. Here comes Special Mission on a tear on the outside. Perfetto is poised in fifth. And Pemberton now has some nice cover. Utter flow action. Locatelli looks for a nice trip. And Southwind Encore from the back of the pack now tips out as they race towards by the half there in 56-2. It's Special Mission and Pikachu Hanover stride for stride through that far turn. They've all got a partner. Pemberton on the outside, second over cover. There's Handsome Sebastian locked in on the inside. Frank's Angel still racing fifth and sixth. That's Locatelli, followed by Perfetto and Southwind Encore. Special Mission at 5-2 leads it by the 3/4 in 125. It's Special Mission, Pikachu Hanover. There comes Pemberton's got some work to do, followed by Handsome Sebastian. Special Mission digs in and makes some breathing room. Special Mission is far and away out by 5 now. Handsome Sebastian, Special Mission on a mission in the New Holland Trotting Series final. Special Mission takes it. Second was Handsome Sebastian, Frank's Angel, 152-3.
Yeah, Special Mission, a 5-year-old by Wallner with Jody Jamieson in the bike, gets the win there. Handsome Sebastian finished second with a 54-1. Frank's Angel finishing third. Another massive payouts. The $1 or $2 triactor with those three paid $1,439. The Superfecta $1 paid $2,950. And there was some massive payouts on the pick 5 during the day as well. Big day at Woodbine Mohawk Park. They returned after their week off on Saturday, and they also were back on Monday with another card. One driver gets a grand slam last night, and that was James McDonald. Wins races 3, 4, 6, and 11. Race 3 with Yo Mister in 153-3. He'd also win with Chalk Hanover in 154-2. In race 6, he wins with Nazy in 154 flat. And race 11, the highlight up on the screen right now, Royal Regatta in 155-2. A 9-year-old gelding by McCardle gets the big win there. And then on to the last Canadian track we'll look at, in the third one that had racing on Easter Sunday, Rideau Carleton Raceway. 2 drivers of note. One was Guy Gang.
Queen, so they can buy the half mile in.
Whoops, I missed the highlights here, but I'll talk about Rideau. Guy Gagnon gets the win in gets 3 wins. He wins races 1 with Stomper Tom in 2 minutes and 4/5. He also wins race 3 with All-Star Cheddar in 155 flat, and he'll win race 8 with Jaden's Magic Steel in 154-1. Pascal Buribe also gets a grand slam, races 4, 6, 9, and 11. Race 4 with Probert's Legacy in 156 and 3. Race 6, CrossFit in 157 and 1. Race 9, he would also win with Light the Torch in 155 and 3. And he would win race 11 with Beauty is Blind in 155 and 4. And what was about to start there was the Monticello Fillies and Mares Open pace from yesterday. Let's pick this back up.
58 and 1, 29 and 2 second panel. Moving around the clubhouse turn, and Lauren Triton picking up the catch drive here on Hey Hey D-Bay, who leads the way. Pocket Trip, Lady Newton second, and there goes Pleasure Seeker moving up on the outside third. Following right along comes Meadowbrook Krista. Down along the inside, it's Perfect Queen. 3/4 in 1:27, 28 and 4 third panel. Midway around the final turn, and it's still the favorite, Hey Hey D-Bay. On the outside comes Pleasure Seeker to challenge. Then on the inside comes Lady Newton and Meadowbrook Krista, top of the lane. Here in the open for the Fillies and Mares. They're in the stretch for the finish, and they're stacked 3 across the track. Here comes Pleasure Seeker on the inside. Hey Hey D-Bay coming down to the line, and the winner goes to Mike Merton.
It was Mike Merton with Pleasure Seeker in 156 flat, a 5-1 upset, while the favorite Hey Hey D-Bay finished second. Next track we'll look at, we only got 2 more to go. It was opening day at Oak Grove, and they had a Fillies and Mares Open pace race 2. Here is that replay.
Spot, they're third, followed by Yankee Be Something in the 4th position. From the back of the pack, Ain't the Same Without You gets underway now for Tony Hall from 5th. The trailer, as they continue up the back stretches now, Better Double Flip. The half was in 56 and 3, so a very soft 32nd quarter there, stolen by Maggie Ree in the second fraction. She's on top by a length and a half, with Southwind Bella in the pocket second. Then it's a length back to Soft Spot along the inside third, as Ain't the Same Without You continues to grind up on the outside from 4th. Now she's third and moving towards the leaders. And looking to follow that move is Better Double Flip from the back of the pack into 5th. Yankee Be Something is now the trailer in 6th, 3/4, 124 and 2. The pace quickened there with a 27 and 4 third quarter as Maggie Ree is trying to hold off the closers. Here's Ain't the Same Without You trying to come to her on the outside second. Southwind Bella desperately looking for racing room along the inside third. And from the back of the pack, here comes Better Double Flip. They're in mid-stretch. Ain't the Same Without You takes the lead. Ain't the Same Without You to win it. Maggie Ree was second. Looks like Better Double Flip got up for third in 1:52 and 3.
It was 152 and 3 with Ain't the Same Without You, a 5-year-old mare by Sweet Lou. Tony Hall was in the bike there for the $30,000 Fillies and Mares Open pace. And there was an open pace in race 7, another $30,000 up for grabs. Here is that clip.
As they hit the halfway point in 57 and 1, so a 30-second breather for these open pacers. Quite a rest for He's a Wise Guy, who now starts to step away from them. Leads it by a length and a half. Rock Shining Star trying to stay with the leader. Max Marvel's having a hard time staying with the top 2 and third. Then it's a length back to Seth Hanover to the outside, and No Losing has a long way to go. They race to 3/4. He's a Wise Guy still on top by a length and a half. Rock Shining Star is second. Up on the outside, Seth Hanover is third. Max Marvel 4th, and No Losing can't keep up. 3/4, 124. They went that third quarter in 26 and 4 as they head to the top of the stretch, and He's a Wise Guy using his speed to maximum advantage, has a 3-length advantage over Rock Shining Star. Seth Hanover is third, then it's Max Marvel and No Losing, but He's a Wise Guy cruising. Late challenge from Rock Shining Star was not enough. He's a Wise Guy wins the open here. Rock Shining Star was second in 1:51 and 1. Back half in 54 seconds flat.
Yeah, He's a Wise Guy gets it done. 151 and 1, like you heard, and a 27-1 closing quarter. Brandon Bates was in the bike there for the win. Oak Grove will go again today, and a free program is available at harnesslink.com. So make sure to check that out. It was shared again on the Twitter page as well. Last track we'll cover today. Miami Valley had racing yesterday. 2 drivers, one gets a hat trick, another gets a grand slam. Chris Page gets the hat trick, wins races 2, 4, and 6. Race 2 with Unforgettable in 154 and 2. Race 4, which is the highlight here, Shake It Off Scarlet, 10-1 upset in 154 flat. and he would also win race 6 with Hungry Lizzo in 151 and 4. And then the driver to get a grand slam yesterday was Trace Tetrick, wins the first race of the day with Anthem in 150 and 4. He then would go on to win races 10, 12, and 14. Race 10 with Lauren Smoke in 154 and 1. Race 12 with Eddie Hanover in 151 and 3, wins by neck there. And race 14, the clip here, Gallon Ruckus in 153 flat, a 6-1 upset. Steve Carter trains that horse, and then he actually gets a Steve Carter exactor here. His other entry, Cheddar, finished second. And that's everything I have for you today in the form of recaps. I'll be back on Friday to recap action from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we'll also preview weekend stake action. Make sure to like and share this episode if you want a chance at one of those tickets for the sweepstakes. For full terms and event terms about the contest, check out harnesslink.com's Facebook page and Twitter page. You have to like us, like this show, and you have to also be following us on HarnessLink to be entered to win. And again, thank you to our sponsors, Harness. We're here on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. As you can see, we have an event from New Zealand and Australia and Europe and Canada and the US, all coming together in one website. We're also sponsored by harnessbid.com, because harnessbid.com is a game changer, just like this show, for the standardbred and broadstock industry. 0% commission, so don't have to worry about none of that. Visit harnessbid.com for more. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. Without them, none of this would be possible. And don't forget to check out Harness News Update picks and analysis this week. It's my written column. I'll provide picks and some insights on several Canadian tracks this week. Fraser Downs Thursday, Friday. Century Downs Friday, Saturday. Rideau on Sunday. And like I said, Woodbine Mohawk Park. I know they race a couple times this week, and I'll likely try to get Friday and Saturday's done. So a big, heavy weekend of picks and analysis coming your way on harnesslink.com. Until next time, I'm Trey Colbeck. Have a great week.